Hey Aries, it's Zahara Stars with Illum Astrology doing your July 2018 astro weather forecast. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. This is a big month this month. Of course, we have Mars retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, which occupies your guys's 11th house of friends, groups, associations, and also hopes and wishes. So Mars retrograde there is definitely reconnecting you with friends from the past. It can also open you up to new groups or associations or parts of groups that you may want to join. Mars retrograde in general is about strategy, re-strategizing, replanning, about setting goals, and then reaching them later. Mars is your ruler. And as Aries all know, that just do it, get it done, go for it is what Mars is all about. It's just pure action-oriented energy. And Mars retrograde is more like the art of war. It's more about thinking your steps through pragmatically, methodically, wisely, making plans. It's awesome for making plans, Mars retrograde. So if there's any goals that you Aries have that you want to achieve, you want to obtain, no matter how big, no matter how large, Mars retrograde is the honest to God best energy to make plans and strategize. So all you have to do is put together your ideas, figure out a game plan on what it is that you'd like to achieve. And then when Mars turns direct, you can put those plans into action. And I'm going to tell you, you're likely going to get it done, whatever it is that you want to get done. Mars retrograde is strategy. It's very intelligent, methodical planning. So Mars retrograde motion in your 11th house of friends, groups, associations, whatever, all that. But just in general, it's great energy to use towards accomplishing your goals. Simply by taking a step back, rethinking your steps, anything that hasn't been working for you in the past, perhaps you tried different ways of going about doing something. Now is the time to go back to those, rethink those, replan them. Now, also, it brings back friends from the past, people from your past, situations from your past. Could bring back old job opportunities, old environments, people, situations, all sorts of things. All retrograde planets do. And we have a lot of planets retrograde right now. We got Saturn, we have Pluto, we have Neptune, we have Mars. We're going to have Uranus follow shortly, and Venus is gonna turn retrograde in October. So it's retrograde season, and at the end of this month, Mercury turns retrograde, and that's actually on the 26th of this month. It's going to turn retrograde in Leo. So that's our sister sign, a sister fire sign. And it rules your 5th house of love, romance, self-expression, and creativity. So Mercury retrograde there is definitely going to bring back exes from the past. It can bring back opportunities from the past. Love relationships that you were once involved with to revisit, rekindle, if not, move on. But also creative expression, any creative projects you were working on, hoping to get off the ground. Mercury retrograde there is awesome to do that. Now, Mercury and Mars both retrograde is really awesome energy for this, for strategic planning, for planning things out, for putting it down on paper, and then moving forward when they go direct. That's really, really what it's good for, because when planets slow down, when they turn retrograde motion, which isn't really retrograde, it's actually an optical illusion. However, our minds kind of slow down and we kind of take a bird's eye view. We look at things in the larger picture and we're able to make wiser decisions, think clearer. That's why often we redo things when planets turn retrograde. We reflect and see how we could have done it better. So we're given the opportunity when the planet turns retrograde to make things better. So that's what they should be used for. That's what they're for. There's a lot of revisiting, a lot of going back, but thankfully Jupiter is direct because Jupiter is all about giving us that luck, fortune, and abundance. And you don't really have to work a whole lot for Jupiter. You do have to put in some effort. You do have to accept the blessings, but you don't got to go through as much struggle as you do with Saturn. Saturn's about restrictions, blockages, and just pure hard work. You don't get away with anything with Saturn. Saturn just is like, did you do the work? I don't want to hear excuses, right? And for you guys, that's been happening in your 10th house of career or public in Capricorn. So this is really about you making your place in the world with Saturn there. But Jupiter, however, on the other hand, is in your 8th house of other people's money, large money, big money, inheritance, insurance payouts, your partner's money, your partner's resources. For those of you that are married, your partner could be very generous with you. They could be getting a raise. They could be making more money. For those of you that are waiting on a settlement, this can definitely come through now. Jupiter is now direct. Actually matching up with one of the tarot readings I did it was for June, but I was seeing it at the end of July for some money coming through on that. So this could definitely be part of it. For those of you that are expecting money, the end of July, some of you might be August, some of you could be as far back as next year, to be honest. That's why personal readings are the most accurate readings you can get. General readings, not everybody has their sun sign at the same degree, and you all have planets in different houses. So, the aspects being made to them, some can block, hinder, or enhance. So these general readings are just the general energies of what can happen, assuming that there's no other blockers or other things happening for you. But it should happen within this year for you guys, because Jupiter is going to leave Scorpio. But again, some of you have different sized houses, so it could be later. But I did see for this June tarot reading that the end of July, a lot of you are going to receive some big money. So those of you that this applies, that you're waiting on money, it looks like it's coming end of July. Since Jupiter is moving direct on the 10th, towards the end of the month, you should have news about this for a lot of you. A lot of you, it might be later, again, depending upon what degree your sun sign is or your ascendant rising sign. Please listen to your rising sign also, because that's how you're going to get a clearer picture from these general readings. General readings just take general energies for everybody, so they're not specific. So to get more information, listen to your sun and your ascendant sign. That way you can kind of see what energies are happening for you more specifically. So it does look like you guys are going to be getting some money coming in at the end of the month for some of you. Some of you, it might be a little bit later. There's a lot of really good aspects this month with Venus. And Venus is going to be moving into Virgo on the 9th. So once Venus moves into Virgo, it's going to trine Uranus in Taurus on the 11th. And that's in your guys' second house of money. So that's a good money aspect again. And on the 14th, Venus in Virgo is going to trine Saturn in Capricorn, which is your 10th house of career, or your public place in the world. So that's a good sign in terms of career and money-wise, and money coming from there. And then on the 22nd, Venus in Virgo is going to sextile Jupiter in Scorpio. Again, this is your 8th house of other people's money. So Venus being in Virgo, in your 6th house of work or daily routine, and then sextile Jupiter in Scorpio in your 8th house of other people's money. So yeah, this is going to be a really good month for money for you guys. You guys are going to be, for those of you expecting big money, it looks like it's really positive to happen this month. But for some of you, it might happen in August, maybe even September, depending upon, again, what I said, what degree your sun or rising sign is in. But Mercury is going to turn retrograde on the 26th, so that's all about revisiting, going back, and that's in Leo. So that's going to be, again, for you guys, your 5th house of love and romance, revisiting old lovers, getting messages from them, but also children, communication with your children, spending more time with them, also creative self-expression, any creative projects, having fun. It's a playhouse, a play, so you want to have fun. It's going to be a good time when Mercury transits there, so that's really awesome too. So it looks like a really fun month for you guys. This new moon that's going to occur on the 12th in Cancer, it's going to include a partial solar eclipse, but it's going to be opposed by Pluto in Capricorn. So this can be some intense energy, definitely some transformative energy. And this is in your 4th house of home. So Cancer rules your 4th house of home. So there's a new moon. This is about finding a new place to live, making a move, having a neighbor move out. It could be having a person move out of your home. It could be you deciding you want to move. This is just examples of new moons in the 4th house. It could be that you start looking after the new moon. When it's opposing Pluto, with this eclipse, it's an ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one. So some of you could decide to change your home, upgrade your home, make changes within the home, spend more time with family. Some of you could have a disagreement in the home when it's opposing Pluto with this partial solar eclipse, leading to a change in the environment or the home environment. There is also a grand trine on this day with Saturn, Uranus, and Venus, which is really a positive. Grand trines bring luck and fortune, and it's a good calm fluid energy between the planets. So Venus will be in your sixth house of health, fitness, wellness. Uranus is in your second house of money, and Saturn is in your 10th house of career. So you guys can look to see something positive coming there. Could be from money, could be from your career. It could be with regarding your daily work or routine, but it could be unexpected as well. Something surprising, but usually very positive with the grand trine. So the month looks really awesome. There could be some changes in new moon within the home environment. It looks like you guys are going to be getting some money at the end of July, if not August. It's a great month for hanging out with friends, having fun, socializing. You could hear back for some exes, some creative projects you might want to get started on as well. But the month looks really good. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, please be sure to click the bell. That way you get notification. If you'd like to read about astrology or get your own personal astrological reading or forecast, you can visit my site at www.illumastrology.blogspot.com. And I have a lot of different offers and readings there available. I look forward to working with all of you in the future. Until then, I hope that you found this helpful, and I will see you guys back in August.